Many years ago, I named my alter ego Sasha, and it's something that stuck. So when I was trying to decide the title of my album, I realized it had two different sounds. One represented who I really am, and one sounded like my alter ego. So I decided to split it into two because I feel like Sasha is a big treat for my fans. It's definitely exciting being able to have an excuse to be so over the top. And I think you definitely hear the difference. I try to keep Sasha on the stage. I absolutely keep Sasha on the stage, and now she has a last name. She's Sasha Fierce. It's weird talking about Sasha Fierce, but I guess she looks up to Prince. She looks up to Apollonia. She looks up to Michael Jackson. Everyone that's daring and that's magical and that has no inhibitions, that's completely free and lost when they're on the stage. I look up to Coldplay. I look up to Adele. I look up to Barbra Streisand. I listened to a lot of the Carpenters when I was recording this album. I'm a little more eclectic, and I love songs that are emotional and that make you think, make you feel some type of emotion. I did this amazing movie, Cadillac Records, and I played Etta James, the legendary Etta James, and I definitely was inspired. After I finished the film, I wasn't afraid to step out of the box because she was the queen of R&B, of rock and roll, of soul, of jazz, of blues. She did whatever she wanted to do, and she was always Etta James. She had this amazing voice, and she made every type of music sound like Etta James. So I figured it's time for me to take more risk. It's time for me to do what I really love and to take myself out of this R&B box and do whatever. It didn't matter if it made sense or if it was shocking to people. If it was something that touched me, I sang it. And definitely my life experiences, a lot has happened this year. You hear all of that in my music. I know I'm very private, but I always reveal myself on the stage, and I always reveal myself in my music. So I'm really proud of it, and I feel like it's the best work I've done. I know you always feel that way, but I really feel like, you know, I've grown tremendously, and I feel so free, and I have Etta James to thank for that. Oh, I have other secret talents, by the way. When I was a little kid, I had too much time in the mirror. And some people, they've seen this, but I can cross one eye. I can make them vibrate. I can move my ears. I can move one finger one way and the other one the other way. It looks like that, but it's a difference. See, you got to be connected, the left side and the right side of your brain. I have lots of them, but I think I shared many. I'm very, very fortunate and very blessed to do what I love. And I feel like I was born to do this. And I feel like anything wonderful, there's a lot of hard work, and there is a lot of things you have to sacrifice. And privacy is one of the things I have to sacrifice. And I try not to complain about it. And I believe happiness is a choice, and I choose to focus on all the amazing people I'm able to touch. And I still live my life. Of course, I'm cautious about things, and sometimes, you know, I can't go certain places. I have like a 20-minute window, and I know the paparazzi or fans will start swarming. It's sometimes disappointing when, you know, I want to have a date, or if I want to take my nephew to the park, or have just a normal day. But, you know, the good outweighs the bad, and I like I said, choose to focus on being able to do what I love every day, and being able to make music and see the impact in all the fans' eyes and the joy they have when they watch performances and listen to your music. So I feel like I've been one of the artists. It's just been a part of my personality to always be private. Even in school, you know, I didn't tell anyone I had a record deal. I didn't tell anyone I sang. And I feel like it's protected me a lot, and people have been respectful, and sometimes it's difficult, but, you know, people have to do their jobs. Whatever your hustle is, I respect that, and I'm able to do what my hustle is, and that's sing and perform and bring my music to the world. I have had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Obama and his wife and his children, and they are the American dream. They are so elegant, so classy, so intelligent, and everything that I want to be. And they make me really proud of my country, and I'm extremely happy that the world is uniting, not only in America, but just traveling all around the world and seeing the excitement from everyone, from Japanese, from Germans. Everyone is excited, and it's time. And I feel like we have grown so much as a nation, and we will continue to grow because of Mr. Obama. Single Ladies is one of my favorite songs. I have not been to a club yet, and I have not yet seen the reaction of the ladies, but I've heard, and everyone tells me that the ladies are like, they want all the fellas to move out of the way. They don't even care if it's any men in the room. It's all about the ladies, and they're like united, and they know every step. And that's my goal. That is my dream. You know, I love to have something that has that type of impact and that gives women that self-esteem and that reminds them that they're worth everything. And they hold up their head and they're not afraid to be sexy and confident, and I love it. I worked with Tricky and Dream for that record, and you can hear a lot of the Get Me Body in the record from my last album. It's like a part two. And I feel like it's one of those records that it talks about something that always goes on, so it's never going to go away. It's a subject that's always going to be there, so I feel like it's a classic. I am a native Texan, and I think a little bit of my country roots you can hear in the first single, If I Were a Boy. And when I first heard it, actually Toby Gatt didn't think I would really be into it. And I said, that is the most incredible song I've heard all year. I have to sing it. And I added some different drums under it, and it turned out amazing. I think it's a great mixture of country and folk and pop and rock and me.